Welcome to In Style Cooking and the Community. I'm Kathy Tillery, your host, and Susan Shipman.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning. Good morning.
And we've got a great guest today. We have Anjuli Thompson with House Counseling.
Yes.
Yes.
Glad to be here.
And the first thing she said when she came in was, "What are we cooking?" I like
Yes,
that.
I love it.
I like
This
that
is
a lot.
Exciting.
Yes. Yes. Now, Susan, what are we going to cook today? Because this is our cooking segment.
Yeah, we're
Anjuli,
gonna.
So
we're
going to
having
dive in with Susan.
some Atlantic salmon, farm-raised salmon, skin on. We're going to pan sear that, and we're going to make a balsamic vinaigrette fig thing. I haven't ever done the fig thing before, but I had some
She
fresh
does that a
figs.
lot.
That's my
where
favorite
she
type of
does it
cooking.
here on
Yeah,
first,
yeah, so we'll see.
Just
first
go with
time
it.
on the set live.
I took ownership of some fresh figs. My friend picked them and brought them to me, and that's available fresh produce now. And so I was like, okay, well, we're going to figure out something to do with this. And so I looked at a few things online, and I was like, I don't really like any of those, but we'll put them together and see how it works out. So we're going to find out.
I love it.
We are going to see.
That's
Yes.
great.
Very
Okay,
good.
Susan.
And
All
bread,
right,
of course,
so
we're going to have
what are we
bread.
doing first?
We are going to.
I love salmon.
This salmon when I cook fish, I rinse it off first because it comes with some bacteria on it, which is what causes that smell that sometimes makes people not like to eat fish because it smells seafoody, fishy, not wonderful. So if you rinse your fish off first and then pat it dry, you don't want to leave a whole lot of wetness in it because then it's going to boil in the pan instead of sear in the pan. And so that's what I've done. And I like to use salmon with the skin on because it's going to hold together better as it gets done. And then it's going to come right off the skin when we get ready to eat it. So I start it with the pretty side down and give it a few minutes, I don't know, ish, and then flip it over. And we want a nice brown on the top, and so we're going to use some salted butter and some robust extra virgin olive oil. And that's what we're using in the pan with the fish. We're going to put some of this fresh parsley in there also, and a little bit of the basil that I brought that I picked out of the garden this morning, and it is oh so nice and fresh. I haven't been able to grow anything but blueberries and herbs, and so that's where we are. And raspberries. I didn't check the raspberries this morning because my feet were already
Is
wet.
that because of the heat that we've had and all the rain?
The rain.
The rain. The
Yeah.
rain killed things for us. This is probably half a teaspoon of butter that I'm going to pop over in here. And my husband was down, and so we weren't able to get all the tilling done and all that stuff. You know, you can plant a garden, but you really got to do a lot of work after you plant the garden to keep the garden all together. And we're going to have this fig sauce thing, and so Anjuli is going to do the fig thing and chop the ends off and then quarter them, and we're going to cook those a little bit also in just a tad of butter and olive oil, and that's going to soften them up for us. So maybe we can, my idea was to put them in this thing and squirt it out on the plate. I don't think that's going to work out because I don't think it's going to get small enough to do that. But you are the
Fig cutter.
fig cutter.
Got it.
There's a
So
manageable
be careful with
knife.
those knives.
And we're also going to use this bread. This is a sourdough, which I hadn't seen it in this shape before at the store, but that's good. I'm still working on the whole sourdough thing. Haven't embarrassed myself yet about my sourdough.
That's still a work in progress?
It is.
Yes.
Yes, it is a work in
And
progress.
just so you know, if the guys will throw this up, Susan owns her own catering business, Oven Odyssey. So you can call her anytime. She will give you quotes on big events, or if you just need dinner for you and your husband, or you and your significant other, she'd be happy to do
whoever,
that.
your kids,
Yes.
we feed children too.
938-899-4222.
I'll be calling.
And Kathy said you can call me anytime. That's not exactly correct.
Well, close enough.
call
You
me
leave-
in the
can
middle
they leave
of
a
the night.
message though? Can't
Yes,
they?
absolutely,
Yes. So she
yes.
doesn't answer.
We do text.
She will
Shoot
leave.
you a text.
You can leave her a
Shoot me a
message.
text. You can either, if
And
you'll
you'll
call
answer
me
when
at
you
a
can.
reasonable time of day, I'll answer the phone. Yes, which is most of the time. Okay,
Right.
so we're going to let our pan heat up before we put the fish in. And we're going to put the pretty side up and The fig and, oh yes, aren't those beautiful?
gorgeous.
Now, where did the figs come from? Is that your tree?
From a fig tree. I don't have a fig tree. My friend Carol has a fig tree, or several fig trees,
very
maybe.
pretty.
Is this
and they're
the
really,
season?
really, really producing.
Is this the season? Because I
Yes.
think we're going into the pomegranate season too, right? Isn't it in the fall, like September to October? Isn't that the best time to buy pomegranates?
I don't know from pomegranate. I don't.
They're a little more expensive,
like
but they
to.
are very, that's my other background. They are very healthy.
They
like
pomegranates,
They
yeah.
kind of annoy
Yeah, they're
me a
kind of like
little bit.
blueberries,
I used to eat those when I was a kid. I don't know if I may have gone out of that.
raspberries. Well, I never ate them until my son started eating them in college.
I love them.
I've got a little fruit salad thing here to go beside the salmon on the plate, just to add some color to the whole thing. Because remember, we eat with our eyes first, and if
Right.
it's beautiful, then it's easier to start with. I was thinking about something to do with the kidlets that had to do with the whole fish thing, to get them more excited about trying something new. And I was thinking about cubing it up and then putting it on skewers, just toothpicks. There's a 3 or 4 inch toothpick available on the market that you can just skewer those up, and then you can cook them in the pan just like this, and it'll be a little bit fun.
And she
kinda,
is
for the
cooking that,
kidlets.
if you can see that at home, the shiny side up. Right, Susan?
Skin side up, yes, start with skin side up. We're going to end up flipping that over. Let's turn these on and see
Now,
what
when you
happens.
cater, do you just come up with a menu, or do your people ask you for specific things? Or
I can do exactly what somebody wants, or I can offer my favorite things. And so the I was going to put some garlic in that too. What do you think about
think
that?
so.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be
I
good.
wonder where the garlic
do you want
is.
to add a little
Is
butter?
that, what is that right there?
Please add a little butter. Yes, that is brown sugar. That's going in there too.
And speaking of, while we're discussing this, Susan's bread actually is sold in cold coffee, which is also one of our sponsors right here on the show, In Style Cooking and the Community, Jared Snyder. Him and his wife opened a fabulous little coffee shop on Quintard Avenue. And actually, you can call him if you want to order ahead at 256-239-4417. Or if you have a big order, like if you want to order coffee for your whole office or your teachers, now is the time, because all the schools are back in, and we sure hope everyone has a very successful year too as well in
Yes, that's
school
gonna be
this
good.
year. But he actually sent, if y'all could reach those, can you reach those little coffee cups? Let's see here. Yeah. He
There's
actually
one
gave
with
us a
the
couple
long
coffee
arms.
cups. You can actually pick up these coffee cups at his store. So,
love cold
and they're
coffee.
very reasonable. It's a fun coffee shop.
It's a great place to go
because-
to meet friends.
Yes, and he has even T-shirts. You know how like when you go to out of town, you collect things like coffee cups or T-shirts. He sells those in his shop.
Yeah. Yeah, they've got
So-
some, they have stickers, they've got all kind of fun promo stuff, and they have stuff from other people in the community too. They carry Headley's flowers when they're in season, and they've got some of Danielle Hall's candles down there, and so, their goal was to make it a community place, and they have absolutely succeeded in that. because
Right.
People just love going there, and
And that was
to
the goal
meet
of our show
friends.
too, wasn't
Exactly,
it, Susan?
exactly.
This show is all about the community. We have so enjoyed all of our sponsors
gosh.
being on here.
We're gonna eat this, right?
yeah, heck yeah.
We don't know what the future holds now. So, but we sure have enjoyed all our
Yes,
community
yes.
sponsors and shop local. That is the whole purpose of this show that me and Susan have given our time to, and we really appreciate MJ. He does a wonderful job behind
Thank
the
you,
scenes.
Em.
MJ,
You're the
thank you
best.
very much.
You are
He's
the
terrific.
best.
Yes, he is. Very good.
I'll try to make this
And those are what do I smell? This is so
Garlic
good.
and the basil.
garlic, basil.
Butter. The
Smells
basil.
delicious.
That's the
Isn't that
prettiest basil I've
amazing?
seen.
Yes, like I said, I couldn't grow
Smells
anything
just
else, but that's not doing a
divine.
really good job. See?
Okay, I hope everybody's mouth-watering at home when they're watching this too.
The smell of all of this, fantastic.
However, the show airs at 8 o'clock in the morning, but on Wednesday mornings. But
Well, it's on
the other
Wednesday
shows
night,
that air,
too.
Well, yeah, it gives them a plan for dinner.
night. Yes.
I love that.
Yes. The show is airing also Wednesday nights from 7 to 8 p.m. and Saturday afternoon from 1 to 2 and Sunday afternoon 4 to 5 and Monday evenings again at 7 to 8 p.m. before a new episode airs on Wednesday mornings.
What she said.
Are we wanting to reduce this down a lot?
Let's
Or
get
keep
a little bit
of the
of
texture?
balsamic vinegar. I mean, just a squidge.
Okay.
Your judgment on the squidge. You can measure if you want. We're going to put a little bit of water in it also because that's so strong.
Now, are you gonna put a little butter and warm this bread up, Susan,
Yes.
today?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it on?
So I guess is that my job after a while?
Do it a little bit more.
Let me give you a place to do that, Kathy.
Yes,
And
and a
I
knife.
brought the bread knife. Yes.
I can actually put it right here though on top of this
Bread
plastic,
knife.
couldn't
Just
I?
a tiny bit of water.
You can do whatever you want to. Yes. Probably a
Like
little
that.
bit more.
And
than
all
a
of our
tiny
hands
bit.
are clean. We cleaned our hands before we started this.
You know, we're eating our own dirt.
Yes.
So if they're not, it's our problem.
Thank
Eating
you.
our own dirt.
All right, now, do you want
Kids
these
should eat more
thin
dirt, I
slices?
think. More water.
Susan, these are going to be thin.
However you want them, Kathy.
Okay.
It's your call on that.
Okay.
I didn't bring the lid, and usually I would put the lid on top for just a minute
About
to let it
3 or 4, is that good? 3 or 4 slices?
at least 4 slices.
Okay.
There are 4 mouths
Yep.
very close by. And so,
Hey, I did pretty good. Look.
not bad.
Yeah,
ma'am. Not
it's 'cause
bad
you have
at
a good
all.
knife.
I do have a good knife. My
have a
husband
very good
sharpened
knife.
it for me recently.
Well, we're going to take a quick break here in just a few seconds. We're going to get this all fastened up back because I don't want this bread to go
Thank you,
get
because I will
hard.
be eating it later.
Yes. We've got our bread right here. Oh, that looks delicious.
Not bad.
Can you
Not
tilt
bad
that
at
up
all.
so the people
I
at
did
home
already,
can see?
but I can do
All
that again.
right, that's terrific.
Gorgeous.
Okay, well, we're going to take a quick break. Stay right here with us on In Style Cooking and the Community. We'll be right back right after these messages.
Thank you.
Welcome back to In Style Cooking and the Community. Thank you for joining us today. This is a beautiful meal that Susan has prepared for us today.
An excellent sous chef. You
salmon,
want to just pour it
bread,
onto the
and
plate?
she's working on, what is that, fig?
This is figs with balsamic vinegar, extra virgin olive oil, a little bit of butter, water, garlic. Very nice.
It looks delicious.
All right, so we're going to kind of move
looks
that around on the
delicious.
plate so that we've got a little bit of coverage. And then we're going to plant the salmon right in the middle.
Yum.
That's the idea anyway. Let's see how that works out. Hello, beautiful.
Oh, what a pretty piece of salmon.
That's all right, isn't it? Let's
Seriously,
flip
took
our
10
bread
minutes.
over.
While we're letting the bread get warm, if the guys would throw up our other advertisers, we have Lewis Downing of Downing and Sons,
Lewis.
a local-owned business right here that has sponsored us this month. Excuse me. You can get them at 256-236-8972. They have been open since 1963. It was his grandfather's, then his father's, and now Lewis took over.
Hey, Robert.
And they have some great upholstery, fabrics, like if you want to redo your couch or your curtains, anything like that. And Lewis, they're wonderful with plants too, right, Susan?
Oh my goodness, yes. I get plants from Downing's because they're always good plants. The only thing I've had not work out for me was rhubarb, and that was my fault. I'm certain of that. So yeah, get your plants down there.
Yes.
And they can tell you about them. They have seeds also. They have a vast variety of seeds, and it's good measure and fair prices. So it's a good place to go and get your
it's
stuff.
right down downtown Anniston. It's not too far from Cold Coffee, actually.
It's not too far. As a Quality Farms is not too far.
No, it is not. And Samuel Sawyer actually is also one of our sponsors on our show
right,
in style. And he is a fabulous guy.
I love him.
Oh, he's wonderful, isn't he?
He knows some
Sam
stuff.
was talking- and he doesn't mind you calling him and asking questions. He
anytime.
will help you.
I stopped by his place one time, and seriously, he was like, "Come on in for a tour."
Yes,
I love
wonderful.
that.
Yes.
Quality Farms, and you can reach him at 256-283-2991. Also, you can find Quality Farms on Facebook, and you can message him there if you have some questions. He has his romaine lettuce, mushrooms.
And the
He
romaine's
works-
hydroponically
Yes.
grown, and the mushrooms are in the mushroom vault. Did you see the mushroom
Yes.
vault?
Oh my God, it's wonderful. And he actually works a lot with our area schools,
Yes,
helping them
yes,
eat healthier.
yes.
As well as you can find his romaine lettuce and mushrooms. I know it's at Matthew's Meat Market. Have
Yes.
y'all been there
Oh,
yet?
yes, I love it there,
Matthew's
too.
Meat Market.
Gorgeous.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Isn't that lovely?
Look at
Okay, let's
that.
serve.
That
There's no
looks
room for
great.
this, so we're going to eat that later. I guarantee we'll eat that later. But we're ready to go here. I think our
Okay.
bread should be ready, you think? I'm thinking the
Okay,
bread's
so
looking
I
pretty
need
good.
to be better at passing out our plates over here.
That's a good idea because we're definitely going to do this eating thing, all right? Here we go.
That looks beautiful, Susan.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
So,
It's very
we're
pretty.
gonna- and you know, you don't have to just cook this to death.
No.
No, I don't.
And salmon's it's so healthy for you.
Yeah,
The
good
omega-3s, oh my goodness.
Yep, got all
So
the right
healthy.
stuff. All the right, and it is so yummy.
But just remember, if you buy salmon in the grocery store, fresh, or even if it's like freshly packaged and has the date on there, it's really good to use it within like 24 hours.
Silverware,
If
can
not,
you pass that
freeze
over?
it.
yes,
Do not.
Napkin?
Do not.
I got a napkin right here.
Do
Okay.
not risk
Very
seafood.
good.
Make sure that you cook it that day or the very next day and eat it
Well,
right
having
away.
and rinse it off before.
Yeah, rinse it. A lot different than chicken.
it
A
off.
lot of people
Rinse it
a lot of people rinse their chicken, and that's not a good thing, actually.
Rinsing the chicken is fine unless you get chicken juice all over the
That's
kitchen
right.
when you're doing it. chicken
more
juice.
gets contaminated when you
Yes.
turn that off.
You
I
do
think,
have to-
Susan.
Oh, we didn't put bread on
I need to turn that off.
Michelle's
there we go.
plate.
I
take
will
her
do
sheet.
that honor. How's that, Michelle? Here we go.
Oh my goodness, you can't walk all the
Is
way
this
over
yours?
there. You're
Oh, you're doing Michelle's
yeah.
plate.
I passed it to Michelle
She's
off
going to give her
camera.
a piece.
very good. Thank you.
Here you go.
Okay,
Sorry, Susan, we're
That's
crossing
all
in
right.
front of you. That was a no-no, but
unless you're not
you know,
crossing in front of me when I'm holding my fork.
I'm tending to this bread here so it doesn't get overcooked on one side. There we go.
Perfect.
This whole fig thing is very.
Oh, here, I'll take that one.
And also,
that one's for you,
another
Kathy.
great sponsor that we've had on the show
Super good.
is Erin
Super
Woodruff Griffith. She's with ERA King Real Estate. So remember her. She is wonderful. If you need to sell your house or you just want to actually talk to a good real estate agent about what's going on with the market, if it's the time to sell or the time to
Will you pass me
buy
a
or
fork?
land.
Please,
She
ma'am.
even does some commercials. I mean, not commercials, commercial work. So if you have a commercial property
Oh, I
that
got
needs
all
to
the
be
green stuff.
listed or a commercial building, she'll be happy to help you with that. She works here in Calhoun County, but
right,
she
thank you.
is
Here we
expanding
go.
to surrounding counties
Bye.
around. You can contact her at 256-283-0632, or you can reach her by email at Erin, ERINW, at eraking.com. And she is just a lovely, lovely
Wish you were
person.
here, Erin.
Yes. So we really appreciate them being our sponsors.
Very good. Just enough
June,
sweetness.
July,
You didn't even
August,
put
we
any
have
sugar
had
in there
such
at
a
all.
wonderful time
I like that it's
doing
not
the
too
show.
Nice. Huh.
And Susan, what did you
And
say
so-
your hours were again
Not all the time.
Yes, Odyssey, Oven Odyssey. is
Between 9 and 3
Susan's
Monday
business.
through Saturday really works well for me, but if
Right.
you have some kind of banana bread emergency or something on Sunday, you can call me, just not in the middle of the night, because it's not an emergency in the middle of the night.
I wanna taste
It's your
these figs
emergency,
here.
not mine.
Yes.
Exactly.
Are you eating?
That's what I
Good.
say to people.
Yeah. Yep.
I
That is
love
very
figs.
good. It's not, again, it's
A lot of people
perfect
don't like
sweetness.
figs, but I love figs.
You know, figs are.
Love them. I don't have a fig tree though.
I don't have a fig tree either. I didn't care for mine properly.
It's just delicious.
So people don't really think about figs in the fruit family because they're not real common actually. You know, people have blueberry bushes and I have
Right.
raspberries but I don't have figs.
This is good.
So we're gonna let's name this salmon basil fig dish. That
I don't
sounds
like
good.
that.
'Cause
It does not.
didn't you have basil in it, right?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
How about
Tastes terrific.
Atlantic salmon with a I can't remember the word.
I don't know. The salmon's delicious too.
Reduced fig sauce. There you go.
Basil fig reduction.
Basil fig reduction. There you go.
That's it.
Basil fig reduction. Now we have a proper
Atlantic
name.
salmon.
Very good.
It's delicious.
I'm a texture girl.
It's nice and it
It has
nothing
good
icky.
textures.
Nothing freaky.
A lot of people don't like salmon
love
because
it.
they have different textures. You know, like one of my girls, she doesn't like peas. Anything like black-eyed peas,
I love black eyed peas. I love purple holes.
lima bean, anything beans or peas, she won't eat them. She just never has. But now, of course, I love collard greens. I'm a true Southern person.
I haven't had salmon for breakfast for a really long time.
That was great.
Feel
Yeah,
free
this
to,
is really good.
Put the bread in there.
Really, really, really delicious.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, not bad.
That's an easy dinner idea. And I love making sauces. All kinds
Yes.
of gravies or sauces. Or I'm a cream sauce girl. I like cream sauces.
Yes.
Well, when we come back, we're going to take a break here in just a few minutes.
We're stuffing our faces.
Shortly, the guys will tell me it's time to go to break. When we come back, we're going to sit down and learn more about house counseling.
Yes.
I'm excited
Lovely.
because I want to know more about it. And we also have a special person that's going to be in our community segment. Michele will be here with us from Redbird Willow Farms. And what a great, great organization that she has built in memory of her son. So I can't wait for you all to hear about that. If you hadn't seen her, she's been on one of our previous shows, but she's here with us today to finish out this month with a wonderful event coming up. And I believe it's in October, she said. I believe it's in October. Her big event's coming up. So I can't wait to hear about that because I have grandchildren. You have young ones, I have grandchildren. Yeah, so that's going to be fabulous. But this food is so delicious. I have to thank you, Susan.
Thank you so much.
Welcome. Yeah, thank you.
You chose something that is my favorite. Salmon is my favorite meat, actually.
I love it.
I would eat it.
I would probably
many
eat it every
times a
day if it wasn't so expensive, but it is expensive.
And my husband's not a really big fan, but when you cook it like that, he thinks it's just fine. It's the only way I cook it, actually.
My husband, you know, when COVID hit about years ago, everybody was trying to eat healthy, you know, and we all got locked down, remember, for a little while, you know, nobody could go to work. We tried to start eating healthy, and we ate salmon, asparagus, mashed potatoes, baked potatoes. Like, it seemed like every other day.
Yeah.
Because we were trying to eat healthy. And now, I think that's why you want to eat salmon.
That's
he
probably
said,
it,
he said,
burn out.
I'm burned out.
Yeah.
He said, I can't eat it anymore. Now, he never gets burned out on steak, though.
Oh, I love steak.
No. Yeah, he loves steak.
We get our steaks from Matthews too.
Yes, Matthews Meat Market is on Highway 78, right next to the Chevron store. And you can find Samuel Sawyer's wonderful romaine lettuce there and his mushrooms. And also, I think Samuel is selling his at WM Grocery in Heflin.
Yes,
He is.
Right?
Yeah, he added there.
So just we've got some great businesses here. So I hope that you've come to Calhoun County and find your perfect little niche, because we've got a bunch of new shops that have opened in Oxford, right there on the drag, and in Noble Street. It's building back up. Of course, classic on Noble. It hasn't gone anywhere. He has wonderful food.
The
He has
square,
a brunch on Sundays.
The Jacksonville Square has put in several new businesses. They didn't do it several businesses have opened, new businesses. One of them closed, and but somebody got their eyes on that location and they jumped right on it. And so places that were empty are not empty anymore, and it's really encouraging to see that. And they're different types of businesses, so it's not all the same thing.
Right.
So it's doing well, and I have seen several new businesses opening in Gadsden as well.
And we've got so much coming ahead, so stay with us. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to talk to house counseling and Redbird Willow Farms. So stay with us. Welcome back to In Style Cooking and the Community. I'm Kathy Tiller, your host, and Susan Shipman of Oven Odyssey is your co-host. And we had some wonderful salmon a few moments ago. If you weren't with us, it was delicious. And we have a wonderful, beautiful guest, should I say, today.
Thank you.
Not just wonderful, but beautiful and intelligent.
Thank you.
Anjuli Thompson of House Counseling. And tell us, we're excited to know, where are you located to start with? Let's start there.
So I have 2 locations, Oxford and Rainbow City. I've actually been in practice for 10 years now.
Wow, that's
Yes.
great.
This will be our 10th year.
And why?
great.
Why did you
Do counseling?
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's funny. I didn't want to do it.
Okay.
In the beginning, I just thought I'd like psychology.
Right.
You know, I feel like they push you to figure out what you're going to do too young.
For the rest of your life.
They're like, what are we doing? And I'm like, I like psychology. And I noticed in high school, like, people kind of gravitated towards telling me all the things all the time. And so it kind of evolved into, I thought I was going to do marriage counseling, and then I definitely hated that. And then I had to try to keep a pigeon alive, and I was like, I don't know if this is for me, you know? And so then I graduated. I wasn't really sure if that's what I wanted to do. I thought I wanted to go to law school because I worked in the court system for about 9 years.
Right.
And every step of the way, it just kept pushing me back. I just kept getting pushed back to the field, and so I started working for an agency in Jacksonville, and I also have an entrepreneurial spirit, so didn't really care for the business model so much, and I was like, I'm starting my own business. So that was 10 years ago, and then some of my attorney friends, Enzor Maniscalco, now it's Baxley Maniscalco down in Oxford, were finishing up restoring one of the old buildings down there, and they were like, why don't you come down here and look at this and rent this spot? And I was like, okay. So I went down there and looked at it, and it was perfect, and I started my practice there, and then slowly it kind of grew, which is funny. One of my professors, actually, Dr. Priscilla Wilson at JSU, was like, can I work for you? And I was like, I don't know how to do that. I remember saying, I don't know how to do that. And then it turned into me figuring out how to do it. And so now we've got Oxford, Rainbow City, and actually what's funny is I opened up a second Oxford location across the street from my main office. Because the amount of referrals that we get in Calhoun County and Etowah County is ridiculous. It's ungodly. I'm thankful. I'm very grateful. And so we were able to expand over there. And now
there's a huge need for counselors.
Oh gosh, yes. And honestly, counseling, the stigma behind counseling, you know, people think you go if something's wrong, and actually it's supposed to work like primary care. Like you're actually supposed to establish care.
Prevention.
And it's preventative care. So you establish care, and then you check in, and sometimes you increase the session amounts that you have during the month or during the year, and then sometimes you don't see you for 2 years, and but each time you have a person that you can go back to in order to work through whatever challenges you have. So super cool.
I'm sorry, Susan. Yeah, how many do you have? Other counselors working with you, or
there are, I want to say 14 of us.
Wow.
Now.
That's great.
So over the last 10 years, again, grateful because we all do different things, and even though, I mean, it's my private practice and I practice a very specific way, everyone else brings a different practice to the practice. And that's the beauty of also like 1099 work. I mean, you get to be yourself, and everybody focuses on different types of therapy. Wonderful. And so we have a really cool group together.
Have you seen a lot more problems since COVID hit, like with depression and anxiety?
Honestly, it's always really been very steady.
Right. So you really didn't see a change?
No, even I worked all through COVID too. My landlord,
As did we.
was basically like, hey, you can't come in the office. And I did telehealth for about a month. I'm a play therapist too, so I don't see a lot of kids anymore, but back then I saw a lot of kids, and so we got very creative. And then after about a month, all my people were like, I need to come into your office, because the office also in itself is a space. I mean, there's a smell to it, there's a feel to it, like it's a whole sensory experience. So I finally was like, I'm not going to pay rent if you don't let me use my office. And so then I worked all through COVID, and we had our protocols, and I sanitized my sand tray and sanitized when they left, and we wore masks or didn't, and I worked.
Yeah, that's
so
wonderful.
it's always been very steady, even prior to that. I mean, I did a lot of DHR work before I got, I work with law enforcement a lot. I work with a lot of men. My husband's been a police officer for 20 years, so I'm very much in that community, and
that's great.
I teach about the nervous system and destigmatize how, like, regulation, like normal human symptoms. You think like counseling is really education too.
Right.
So no one teaches you how to fix your nervous system.
Right.
And so, yes, exactly. And so I do a lot of training. I teach. I have a course that is national for law enforcement.
Wow, that's terrific.
So, that's kind of been my mission. And then I also do stuff in the courts, like high conflict stuff.
Right.
Anytime there's something really messy, they're usually like, give it to Anjuli, she'll fix it. And it takes time, and I do, but it's because I'm confrontational and I like things to get better.
Right.
And people listen to that. And then my side stuff is like, I do capital murder mitigation. That's a fun little thing.
Yikes.
Work with defense teams on mitigation, which is really fun. I like to testify.
Right.
Okay.
I have a very legalistic type of brain. I wanted to go to law school, so
And you like to make sauces.
I love sauces, cream sauces. I like to do so many things. I like to mow the grass.
You have a wonderful family. How many children do you have?
I've got two. I've got
two
a
children.
12-year-old girl and an 8-year-old boy. And we have a great little property that it takes a lot of time to mow. But
you walk or you ride on the property?
I ride.
Good.
Definitely ride.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So yes.
I'm going to let the guys pull up some of our sponsors because we want to make sure we give them all the credit for helping us get this show on the air a couple months ago.
Yes.
Called Coffee in Anniston. It's right downtown. Jared Snyder and his wife opened that by just faith and that they were going to make it, and they did. It's a beautiful, wonderful coffee shop. You can call ahead at 256-239-4417. He will be glad to do a group order, a large order, if you have for your office, your school, your church. And then, of course, Susan's bread is there, so we'll throw her graphic up as well, Oven Odyssey.
Called Coffee is a great community place to be. You can have meetings there. Some people use Called Coffee as their office, it seems like. And they're very welcoming, and it's a great place to be.
Well, I think I'm going to start hanging out there.
It's a good place to hang out.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it is. And Susan, the owner of Oven Odyssey, her phone number is 938-899-4222. You can call her and find out what we cooked actually today on the show. If you can't remember, the salmon and figs, it was delicious.
Salmon and figs, who would have thunk it?
Yes, it was delicious.
Thank you.
Between the hours of 9 and 3.
Right,
yes,
right.
Between
Monday
9 and
Saturday,
3.
9 and
Yes.
3.
Yes, so be sure and call her. She does large catering events, or if you just want a supper for yourself or your family.
I love that.
She'll prepare it all. You just tell her what you want. She'll prepare it, and all you do, they have to just cook it, right? You'll have all the ingredients.
I can do it either way you want.
Okay.
We can bring you ingredients, or we can bring it to you. You just heat it up, or we can bring it to you hot and ready to eat, however it is that you want it.
That's great.
We make a mean lasagna. Mean lasagna.
Oh yes, that's wonderful.
A Nomato lasagna.
And then also we have another terrific sponsor, Lewis Downing of Downing and Sons. My earpiece is gone. 236-8972, and that is right here in Anniston, Calhoun County. He has beautiful draperies, fabrics. He'll help you get your garden going. You can get seeds and whatever you need for your garden.
Amazing family business.
Yes. Started with his grandfather and then his dad, and then he's took over the business. Just a really, really good community effort he puts in, I think his family has over the years.
Absolutely.
As well as Samuel Sawyer, let's not forget him, at Equality Farms. You can call Samuel Sawyer personally. A lot of people probably knew the Sawyers. I did.
Right.
His grandfather and father was Sawyer's Pharmacy. It used to be right near
I did not know
RMC
that
Hospital.
about Sam.
And that was our local pharmacy, and loved it as a child. I remember as a kid, I would go with my friend of mine and buy bubble gum in there.
And
you
his
know?
dad had the produce shop where their business is now, where they're growing hydroponically, doing
I
the rubbing
love
lettuce and
Right.
the mushroom
A
balls.
family of business guys.
Right.
Absolutely.
And
Yes.
his number is 256-283-2991. Now, did I forget anybody, Susan? I don't think I did.
Aaron.
Yes, we've
Let's
got to
talk
do
about
Aaron. Let's talk about Aaron Griffith. She is a great real estate agent. If you need to buy, sell, have questions, commercial, anything, she could help you with your questions and help you get it on the market. You can reach her at 256-283-0632 or ERINW@eraking.com. And I'm just so excited about your counseling. You got to hang around a minute after. I've got some questions for you. I'm just excited that we have such a great business here, and we didn't even know
Dynamic
it.
team.
Didn't even know it.
Counselors, that's
14
phenomenal.
counselors, y'all.
That's right.
So, and I'm sure, and like families that have a budget, can you accommodate them, like try to help them to make sure that they can afford to pay for the counseling sessions?
yes,
a lot of
actually-
insurance doesn't pay for that, right?
No, insurance covers it. Insurance is
Oh,
wonderful.
did you hear that? Insurance
but we
covers
also
it?
have interns that offer free services that are supervised.
Cool. Yeah.
And so we usually have at least 1 to 2 interns each semester that offer free services for like short term. And
Wow.
so
That's great.
we provide
That is-
that to both Etowah and County.
And that's
So
all
you're
they-
helping,
they're
so like
supervision.
Jack State students, local colleges, they come and intern with you?
Local, no, I mean I've had University of Alabama students.
That's
I've
terrific.
Had, University of West Alabama, South Alabama, JSU. So each semester, and sometimes I get really lucky too and get like undergrad interns, because as much as I love the counseling piece, like I'm a businesswoman, so I enjoy
Right.
the business part, the structure, and
Right.
I like to get little like undergrads who are interested in business and kind of teach them framework
Fresh
of.
brains.
It's really fun. So I enjoy kind of being all over the place.
Oh, that's terrific.
Yeah, it's very
That
fun.
is
It's a great field to
terrific.
be in.
That is terrific. And what is your phone number if they want to try to reach you?
So my office number is 256-342-6107.
And then online, can they reach you at housecounseling.com?
Yes, it's my website. There's actually a form on there that people can directly contact us, and it's www.house-counseling.com. And then I have a Facebook page, so you can also message us through there.
Right.
If you don't want to call, you can text the office number at all hours. If you've got it on your brain in the middle of the night and you want to set a session, like text the office and say, hey, set me up in the morning, and the office will get it the next morning and go from there.
great.
So,
And somebody will
342
get back.
what?
6107.
6107.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you
We've
for
had
having
so
me.
much
Yes.
fun, from cooking to learning about her counseling.
Thank you for having me.
So just stay with us, though, because we've got another great guest coming up from Redbird Willow Farms. So stay right here. We'll be right back with In Style, Cooking, and the Community. Welcome back to In Style, Cooking, and the Community. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We've had a wonderful show, haven't we, Susan?
Yes, so far, so
wonderful.
good. Yes,
And
lovely.
we had a great counselor on just a few moments ago. And now we have got another great guest for you, Michele Hornsby.
Thank you
with
for having me.
Redbird Willow Farm. And she's joined us before on another show, and just a fabulous organization.
Thank you. Thank you.
And for people that didn't get to see that show, I hate to ask you that, but I want you to give us a little recap, if you would.
No problem.
Tell us a little bit about what Redbird Willow Farm, how it started, and what it's all about now.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, Redbird Willow Farm is not just a farm. We are a place of healing, a place of comfort. We're a mission now, and we had no idea it would start out that way. We had no idea that the farm would it's kind of like an accidental farm. We did not necessarily mean to start a farm, but it's a place where people can come and where their pain meets peace and healing on our property with the animals. Our animals bring comfort to the brokenhearted, and they bring joy to everyone of any age. We do events, we do opportunities for people to engage and interact with these animals. We do events to help us bring in a little funding to feed all the animals because we have over 100 and they get really hungry. They need to eat, and so they depend on us for that. And so it's just become this mission for reaching out to others that are hurting or gone through losses that were transformed their life. And it's based on the loss of our own son that we experienced in 2017. And in this farm area, this pasture area that we have, at the worst moment and the worst time of our lives is where genuine healing began to take place for me. Because I'm not a farmer. It was not something that I ever anticipated doing. Even when we started with 7 little goats that we brought to our farm to help us make a memorial area for our son, that was kind of the first step. It was during the pandemic, and we brought these adorable little goats to help us clear some land. Not really understanding what we were getting into, just felt like that was the right thing to do, being home all the time. And they did not do a very good job clearing land, but I give them credit for the fact that as I began to take care of them every day during the pandemic, and I was finding a reason to put my feet on the floor every morning, and I was going to take care of them, and that's where my genuine healing began to take place, in taking care of them. And when I really began to reestablish my faith and have my arguments with God on this 20 acres that now has grown into something that once I got out of his way, he has turned it into something that's absolutely amazing.
Beautiful, yes. Oh, that's so wonderful. And another gift. I was just thinking as you were discussing your son. So if you've lost a child, but also if you have lost a normalcy life in a child. I know, I had a type 1 diabetic that was diagnosed at age 4, and you just keep going. You look at it as it's not a cancer diagnosis. This is not a death sentence. We can live with this. If we control the diabetes, it can't control us or her. And that's the way she's. And now she's a beautiful young lady that teaches, and she's got a child, and knock on some wood, never been in the hospital.
Oh, wonderful.
For DKA. So she's been on an insulin pump, though, all these years, too. But if I'd have known about your farm, if it had been there, that would have been a wonderful experience of healing.
Absolutely. The animals are so
families.
The animals are so intuitive. I would like to take credit for the fact of what the work Redbird Willow Farm does, but I can't. It's God, and it's these animals that just know. They're so intuitive. We've had people come in situations such as yours. It's a very stressful position to be in as a caregiver for someone that you love, watching them go through difficult times and through pain. And so if we open our gates and allow those individuals to come in, or anyone who's gone through any type of loss or transition, life-changing transition, when they come to the farm, everyone kind of gravitates towards a certain animal, and it's always different. For me, primarily it was llamas, but I've had people to come to the farm that connected with emus, which is a really interesting bird, or goats, or the rabbits, or it just varies, and each animal kind of speaks to individuals on what their needs are, and those where the connections seem to take place. I've witnessed absolutely amazing interactions with people who were about to start chemotherapy treatments, or were going through difficult times with their job or their husband or their life in general. So it's not just loss. We all grieve over different things. And so there's no way to kind of measure it or gauge it. So what we try to do is just open our gates to let people come in. We do a lot of fun things that bring a lot of joy.
And you've got an event coming up.
We do.
Tell us about that.
Tell us about that. We do 2 big events every year. Our gates are officially open to the public in April of 2022 when we started our Llama Palooza, and we've done that every year. And then we started a Halloween party event, which this year will be our 4th annual.
Is it it on Halloween?
No, it's on the 25th of October.
25th of October, okay.
From 3 p.m. to 7 p.m.
Okay.
It's a $5 entry point for everyone. Now, we always allow children under the age of 2 to come to our farm for free, and we always allow active service members or veterans to come in free as well, as in gratitude for their service. But it's a fun party. We have an MC with music, costume contest, candy, you get to see all the animals. It's normally just a wonderful afternoon, and we have hosted anywhere from 800 to 1,000 guests at this particular event. So we have vendors that are there, face painting, food trucks.
And how do they find you? Online?
They can find us. We're on, of course, Facebook is probably one of our biggest presence.
Redbird Willow Farm.
And we also have a website, redbirdwillowfarm.com. We're on Instagram, TikTok. Of course, my email address is redbirdwillowfarm@gmail.com, and my phone number's on all of our literature, but it's 256-239-3067.
Very good. Wow. And speaking, the reason why I mentioned that about a personal situation like with my daughter is a lot of parents out there. If you find out something has happened with your child at an early age, like a year or 2 months, they're having some issues, or they've been diagnosed with some type of terminal disease or a disease that can be managed. Your farm is a great healing for all of you.
It is.
It would be a great experience for all of them.
We were established as a nonprofit 501(c) this year. And so in that respect, we're able to offer services to individuals going through those type of situations or life-changing losses at no charge.
Wow,
and so they're
that's
called comfort sessions. And our comfort sessions are something that we talk with the individual, find out what their circumstances are, find out what would best serve their needs, and then we bring them to the farm. So when donations come into our farm, not only do those donations help us take care of our animals and feed them and veterinary care and so forth, but it also helps us provide these services to people coming to the farm at no charge that are in need of this healing and interaction. And it also allows us the opportunity to go to other places such as nursing homes and not charge them or charge them a very minimal amount for travel expenses and that sort of thing only to be able to visit, because it's proven fact that I think over 65% of nursing home patients experience a calm feeling and less agitation when the animals come to visit them.
Yes,
absolutely.
animals are a great pet to have. I'm pretty sure the studies are out there that it shows longevity.
It decreases depression and everything, and anxiety.
If you live by yourself, an older person, the longevity is much better. If you've lost a spouse, if you have an animal, go get you a cat or a dog.
Some critters. I can't see the emu being really intuitive.
No,
it was amazing.
You can have a cat or a dog in your house,
but they had a beautiful relationship, and it's one of those things where I talk with a lot of grieving moms, and that's kind of how we got started. Was once I realized that these animals were doing so much for me, and I was able to reconnect and reclaim my faith. I'm like, I want to do this for other moms, and so I really just kind of put myself out there to say, where are you at? Because I couldn't find support when I needed it in 2017. I couldn't find healthy support. I reached out to everything that I knew to do, and I'm like, there has to be a community out there that needs someone that will stand up and say, I'm here. I'll listen. I want to hear about your child or your children, because I've encountered moms that have lost more than one child, women that have lost infants, and it's just one of those things to where everyone wants to turn away because it's such a heartbreaking and scary
thing. And that's
thing.
when people need the support the most. They don't understand.
So to have someone not turn away is, I think, one of the most valuable things that we can do for
someone. And you see what it's in my hand. This is a great book, Just in Time to Be Kind. And of course, the author is Michele Hornsby. And it's a great book. Actually, I am getting some of these for my grandkids today. And you sell these at the farm, right?
I do sell them at the farm. I'm so pleased to say that we printed 1,000 copies through Little Steps Publishing, and they're basically sold out. We've just started. Yes,
that's terrific.
It's, God's really at work here on that one. And so this little story was born in my mind one night when I couldn't sleep, not long after we lost Justin, and it was 6 years in the making to get it from that conceptual thought all the way to where it was printed by Little Steps. So it's a little book that's going to paperback version very soon. We have a second book in the works. but I don't know that you can still find it. Sometimes you can find copies on Amazon,
Right.
sometimes you can't, Barnes & Noble and that sort of thing, but it is available at our farm. We do ship them if anyone is interested in having one shipped to them.
Well
It
done.
does make a great little conversation piece to start
Right.
talking about young children, about how to recognize opportunities to be kind, and
Right.
even as a child being able to act on those opportunities
yes.
and make a difference in someone's life. And I think the younger
Excellent.
we can start teaching that to children, that's our hope for changing the world.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, that's
Absolutely.
so wonderful. See, God's so good.
He is,
Yeah.
all the time.
Took such a tragedy and made it into just a beautiful, beautiful
He has.
experience. All the lives that you've touched.
Well-
And your husband, too, correct?
Well, yes,
He
my
does
husband
the farm,
he's
too,
very,
right?
very involved. You don't see or hear much out of him,
Right.
but he does so much of designing the brochures and the support, and spending time actually answering all the questions for
Wow.
people. He's behind the website building and that sort of thing, so he's very, very much involved. But both of us have a mission to make sure that our son's story continues, and that his legacy is not in how he died, which was by suicide, but in how he lived his life, because he was one of the most kind human beings I've ever known. I've learned so much from him in
Yeah.
his life and even
Yeah.
in his death.
Yeah. Oh, just a fabulous, fabulous organization. And if they want to come, October 25th, you said.
Yes, that's our next big event. Now, we're
It's
always
from
open.
5 to 7, you said?
5 to 7, $5 price point. We're at 1109 Linlock Lane in Anniston. We're open every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 11 to 4. And we are celebrating our 5th year in business since we
Woohoo!
started.
Well done.
We
that
actually,
is
August
great.
of 2020 is when we got those little goats, and I stood there with
wonderful.
a wheelbarrow full of poop and a face full of tears, and that's where it all began. And so
Oh,
5
it's
years this year, so we're running a
wonderful.
special.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining
Well,
us
thank you,
today.
Kathy.
And Susan
Michele.
Shipman, our co-host, thank you for all the hard work that
Yes,
you do
ma'am.
all the
Always my
time.
pleasure.
And you take
Love
time
what we
out of
do.
your schedule to come and do this show with
Love
us.
what we do.
I thank you. And I thank you for joining us, and thank you for supporting our community. Shop local. It is so very, very important. Have a great week, and thank you for watching In Style Cooking and the Community.